How to buy the best phones at 50% off. David Jaffe with beststockstrategy.com, and in this video I'm going to teach you and you are going to discover how to get the best phones for around 50% off. I'm currently recording this on a Galaxy S10E that I bought for $340 in June of 2019. Previously, I had a Galaxy S7. I upgraded to this phone because the video quality is much better. Additionally, my old phone was kind of falling apart where the headphone jack wasn't working, so I couldn't type in, or so I couldn't plug in a lapel mic. Additionally, it wasn't charging. The charging port was broken, and the camera was broken, so I had to use my wife's phone in order to record videos. But in any case, I'm going to teach you how to get a new phone for 50% off. What you do is you type in the phone that you want in eBay. Then you sort all the listings for the actual phones, not the cases and not the accessories, but you will sort all of the phones by the highest price. And then what will happen is you'll click on around the 5th or 6th page, and then you'll see the phones that are listed for around $300 or $400. Now, you want to sort out and disregard all of the phones that say bad IMEI, because those are phones that you can't activate. And instead, you actually want to look for a phone that's unlocked, because that way you can bring it to your carrier. What I do is, so again, you sort it by price, and then you disregard all of the phones that are selling for a higher price. You go to around the 5th or 6th page on eBay. Then you will also disregard all of the phones that have bad IMEIs. Then what you do is you look for phones that have a small cosmetic blemish or a small scratch in the screen, but which are fully 100% functional. Those are the phones that, if they are only 2 or 3 months old and they have a slight scratch on the front or the back of the screen that in no way impairs the functionality of the phone, they will be selling for around $300 off the current retail price of that phone, because people don't want to buy a used phone that has a little bit of a scratch. So this phone has a relatively large scratch on the back. I think it was a crack in the screen on the back. I think it was dropped on its bottom right corner, but it works perfectly and there is nothing wrong with it. And I got this phone for $340 when it currently retails for around $600. The other thing to be keenly aware of is you should always ask the seller. One, you should look at the reviews. You should make sure that the seller has a strong history of selling products on eBay, because you want to make sure that they don't sell you a stolen phone or they don't sell you a phone that's currently being financed. So you want to make sure that they have at least 150 reviews, and then you would look at their past auctions and make sure that they have experience selling cell phones and technology items. So at least 150, and the more stars or the more auctions and reviews they have, the better. So I would have more confidence buying from someone that has 800 reviews versus buying something from someone who has 50 reviews. The other thing that's really important is you have to make sure that you type in the IMEI into your target phone carrier, because you want to make sure that the phone is not financed, and you also want to make sure that the phone has not been reported as stolen. The other thing is, I would highly recommend that you wait at least 3 or 4 months until the phone is out, until you do this, for 3 reasons. The first is that after the phone has been released for 3 or 4 months, you're going to get a better deal, because naturally the phone is no longer brand new. The second reason is that there's going to be increased inventory of phones that have been dropped, or the phones that simply have cosmetic scars but which work 100% functionally. So as a result, when there's more supply, that is going to bring the price down of these objects and of these phones, and you're going to be able to get a better deal. And the third reason is that by waiting, it decreases and mitigates the risk of you buying a phone with a bad IMEI that is going to be reported as stolen or that is currently being financed. Because what a lot of these scammers do is they'll buy a phone and then they'll immediately try to flip it like a week or 2 later, because they know that at that time the prices are at their highest. But after 3 or 4 months, the phone has already been paid off, or at least a third of it or a quarter of it or maybe even a half of it has already been paid off. If the person is late, then the IMEI might already be blocked. And also you just substantially reduce the risk of buying a phone which is a lemon. So again, by following these simple procedures, you are able to obtain a phone at around 50% off. And by checking the IMEI and buying from sellers which have very high ratings and reviews, you are able to substantially reduce your risk. I have used this strategy to buy almost all my phones. I typically update and upgrade my phone every 3 years, and it has probably saved me around $1,000, and it really doesn't take that much time. David Jaffe with beststockstrategy.com. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on how you can buy discounted phones. I read everyone's comments, and also I respond and reply to everyone's comments. So if you leave a comment, I would definitely appreciate it.